All right, and we are back in round 2, game 2 of the playoffs for JoJo and John Brown University's best college football team, only remaining college football team. He is Texas, playing against the Arkansas Razorbacks here. His home field advantage, playing against a very, very talented offense in the Arkansas Razorbacks. Taylor Green is really, really good in this game. We'll get that John Brown Esports little score bug down there removed so you can see the time left. We are still in the first quarter, and it has been roughly 42 seconds into the game. And we're back. JoJo back with his Texas team that won him a game in his first series versus Texas A&M. Feels very comfortable with this team. He plays with this team basically every single series. I don't think there's a single week he hasn't used Texas in at least one of his games. And we'll be looking for something big here out of him. 3rd and 3, and exciting minute already. 7-0 game, and he wants to march here, wants to tie it up, get a good start to the game. He's bold. He's one of the few guys that will run the ball in situations like that. 9 out of 10 times it works. And we'll see what he chooses here. Elects to go with the run boldly again. Nobody expects that, and it works. It works so often for him. It's his bread and butter, and you will never see him go away from the run. That's what I love about the game. It's so pure. Unlucky incompletion there. Looking to pick up where he did from yesterday. Scored 42 points before the fourth quarter had even begun, and his opponent forfeited the match. You'd love to see that again. Last time he got to play with Ohio State. He is now playing with Texas. Maybe slightly less offensive power, but it doesn't matter because he breaks free for a touchdown to tie it. And both teams haven't even had the ball for a minute, and it is 7-7. And that's just what you love to see. Defense is boring. Get that nonsense out of here. Let's just score in 30 seconds. That's way more fun. Thank you to the viewers that are already with us, tuning in early. Reminder that JoJo only needs to win one game out of the remaining 2 in this series to advance and go to the 3rd round of the playoffs. But he doesn't want to play 2. He wants to get it done now. He's on a time crunch. He don't want to be here longer than he has to be. He wants to be in and out, easy dub, and get done. But playing against a good opponent here. Really high offensive power. And if you got to watch last night, you know that this guy can throw the ball. And he's using, like I said, a very high offensive powered Arkansas team that has Taylor Green, who can scramble, throw on the run, is good on his feet, and he can run the ball if he wants to. He's got really, really talented running backs, as you see. Braylon Russell, quick agility for such a giant man. But here we are, back in bend, don't break situations. You know, you allow 11 yards, you just don't want the big play. He's electing to go a few more runs than he normally does, but allowing to go no huddle. He did this last night, and it was really hard to stop. That no huddle keeps you in a formation maybe you're not comfortable with. As it's broken up to force 3rd and inches, you got to assume both teams so bold on offense that he's going for it regardless if he gets it or not. But something tells you JoJo loves to be in this situation. Last night, Arkansas, he's playing as Georgia last night, the opponent, but he got to 4th and inches at the goal line and was stopped short. And that's exactly what happens here. He's now dropped back to 4th and 1, going no huddle. Bold decision, but both teams comfortable here. And conservative catch there, playing it safe, 1 in the first down. You can't expect anything less. It's the first quarter. you got to expect 7 or 8 more of those throughout the course of this game. They're going to keep going for it. They're going to keep being confident with their offenses, both teams. I mean, JoJo ran the ball on 4th and 3. Great pressure there, bringing in the sack from Trey Moore. And if you noticed, Taylon Green's health bar actually went down a little bit on that sack. That may not affect them down the stretch, but if he maintains another hit like that, there's actually chances of injuries in this game. They are not turned off. You can, in fact, hurt players in the middle of the game. Gaining 12 yards there, but still stuck 3rd and 8 as a result of that sack. This is a key opportunity to get a turnover on downs, or potentially a turnover while Arkansas is being bold here. JoJo's showing pressure. The high stadium pulse making it difficult to audible his players. Gets the snap off, and it appeared as if JoJo was trying to pull his player off the line, but got stuck on an offensive tackle rather. That's unfortunate. He read it perfectly, made a good play, couldn't get the pressure in time. And that's the high risk, high reward. You're looking to get the man blitz, looking to bring in pressure, force that, maybe a sack, at least an incompletion, and be 4th and long, and gets beat down the middle. That's going to happen. But again, both teams playing very high risk, very high reward as he breaks free just to get back to the 25. I didn't do anything for him, but it was really fun. Coach suggestions yelling at him to run an RPO here. Potentially knowing that his ability to read that game is unmatched south of the Mississippi. Now, if you know ball, you know that D tackle would be getting pushed for an extra 10 yards instead of actually bringing him down for a tackle, but such is life. Great scramble by Arch Manning, picking up speed. So many times during that play, it looked like JoJo might look downfield for a pass as he's rolling out to the left and wants to keep it. So he breaks free for another run down the middle, but a diving tackle to save a potential touchdown as we're nearing the end of the first quarter. Can JoJo get something big here to either end the first quarter or tie it at least on this possession? As he gets sticky with Wingo, one of the fastest players in the game. And what a read to be able to juke out the would-be tackler. Chooses to snap it before the end of the quarter. Rolls out and finds Wisner on the Texas route. and is driving to end the first quarter. So far, there's not a whole lot of defense here. You wouldn't have it any other way unless you're us, in which case you want JoJo to get a stop every single possession. However, he knows he wants to entertain the people. JoJo staying in 2nd and 3rd, 4th and manageable very consistently. And scrambles again with Arch Manning for his 4th run of this game so far, 3rd of the drive, getting a touchdown to tie up this game just early into the second quarter. Currently looks unstoppable. Both teams haven't really generated a lot of negative plays defensively. JoJo's gotten a sack. Other than that, though, both teams look very comfortable on the ball. It's not necessarily a matter of who's going to get the first stop. It may be a matter of who's going to make the first mistake on offense. And we can only hope Taylon Green fumbles the bag here on this drive. again, with JoJo, with a very dominant defense. This Texas defense is loaded, especially at the linebacker position, something Arkansas doesn't have on defense. But as we can see, they've got the rushing ability from their quarterback. You can throw on the run, as I previously stated. They're hard to stop. Sometimes it's good defense, better offense. Getting these small chunk plays, 8, 9 yards, a couple carries. And if you're JoJo, again, you have to live with it, but you don't want to. It's not fun. It's not fun to watch a guy just march, but you also don't want big chunk plays while you're marching. And there is almost an interception, and those are the mistakes we're talking about. Phenomenal call to go cover 2 to watch only the middle of the field by JoJo. Almost results in a pick. Honestly, would have been a pick 6 if he could have intercepted it. You can see maybe the stadium pulse, maybe the intensity of this game getting to Arkansas and Taylon Green. As again, he throws it to the same spot where there's another linebacker. And JoJo's fine with that. He's absolutely living with that. You almost wonder, if he doesn't scramble with Taylon Green, does he have an offense? And you know JoJo's going to be looking to guard that. Arkansas calling a lot of hot routes here, trying to get his players where he wants them. He doesn't like his plays necessarily, but he likes where they start out. He's really wanting this hot route as he gets it off. Finds middle of the field, but it's intercepted by JoJo. Perfect play call. And his cornerback has ball hawk on Heisman. If you tuned in last night, you know getting a Heisman ability is crucial for winning games, especially on defense. If your players get their abilities on Heisman, they will be locked in for the rest of the game. They are going to play phenomenally. JoJo again rolling out to the right with Arch Manning, risking the fumble because he knows Arch Manning is a really strong scrambler. Maybe not the fastest, not as fast as Taylon Green, but he's so athletic, so strong, he can fend off defenders and keep it rolling. As he's looking to march here and gets another wide open pass to Wisner. I don't know if anyone could stop him at this point. He looks really comfortable right now. I mean, you can see him on the screen down there in the bottom right. Just know that he is giddy with excitement at how much fun he's having. Look at him go. RPO takes it to the outside, stiff arms a man, is still going, and gets down inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. You cannot stop him. You can only wish to contain him. Start praying, Arkansas Razorbacks. As Arch Manning is in prime position and Wisner pushes through for another Texas touchdown in this first half. What a commanding back-to-back drives. I don't know if he went less than 5 yards on a single play there. That was incredible. Other than a 4th down on the first drive, he hasn't been caught in any tough situations at all. He looks so comfortable back there. He's already gotten a stop now. He starts with ball in the second half. And if this keeps up, I don't even know. Of course, a lot of games left to play. Playing against a good user. He wants to stay locked in this whole way. But you just have to think, man, what do you do if you're Arkansas? Another short dropped off pass into the flat there. Arkansas again choosing to go no huddle. Not only does he want to maintain as much time as he can, knowing that it'll be really crucial he eventually gets a stop on JoJo, but he also really likes going no huddle. It gets him into his offense, gets JoJo in a position where he only has 4 plays to choose from. The downside is it can get your players a little more tired, maybe more high risk to injury, or not playing as well as they could. But the upside clearly is working out for him. As that tight end who he loved tight ends with Georgia last night. Those were really the only players he used were the running backs and tight ends to throw to. With Georgia, he's doing the same thing here. I don't know if he throws to receivers at all. He threw to 9 once or twice. But other than that, it's all run plays with quarterback or running back, or it's a throw to the tight end and the running back. As we see another run here from Taylon Green, catching a block, getting hit, but he's holding onto that ball really, really well. Neither quarterback, neither team has fumbled. Fumbling interceptions, something we have not had any shortage of thus far in both series. JoJo again electing to go more bend, don't break. Which you love to see, but that running back is consistently getting open. And we're now to the 2-minute warning. As JoJo's Texas defense blows up the run, and he is stuck here again, running the same play. We'll see if the offense chooses to audible. Crucial down here as he runs the exact same play and gets blown up again for a 2-yard loss. These goal line situations, JoJo has stood strong, has not allowed anything, as Texas goes field goal here. Now, if this is a fake, he will most definitely call a timeout. But it's not a fake, and he misses wide left. He doesn't understand. You can't kick in this game. It's terrible. Oh, my gosh. And you can't ask for anything else other than back-to-back stops for JoJo and Texas. As he's getting pressed here, what does he choose to do? He goes to the pass, heaves down the right side to a wide-open Wingo with just an inch of separation and a first down. And now you've got to think, what does he do with the clock? Does he even worry about it, or does he just keep playing his game, keep marching? He knows he's got it. Chooses to go run at least once here. Doesn't want to get away from his usual stuff. Doesn't want to get caught up in the pass game, turn over the ball potentially. He wants to stay in control. Now he's left in 2nd and 12 with a minute left. He's got plenty of times as a result of his timeouts. And he finds the running back, Wisner, down the field, and he's going to score. Beautiful play to get that running back on the route, past the flat, but underneath the corner. And he has a commanding 2-score lead here in the second quarter. Now, Arkansas has plenty of time to go march down there. But regardless of what he can do, JoJo's going to have a lead going into this half with the ball coming out in the second half, and he hasn't been stopped yet. Ooh, almost breaks through a tackle there. That scared me a little bit. I don't know what that was, but still stuck at the 22, 43 seconds. JoJo sticking with the bend, don't break, force field goals, force turnover on downs. It's been working thus far. Why change anything? Drops in the pocket, not finding any pressure, and instead of throwing to the wide open running back in the flat, elects to only throw to his tight end still. Offense appearing to be a little one-dimensional here, but if you're JoJo, that's what you love to see. JoJo chooses to guard the running back and force him to throw a check down and calls a timeout for Arkansas. JoJo called the timeout. He wants this ball back, and he wants to score again. This is what you love if you love JoJo blowing the crud out of opposing teams here. But Arkansas gets the first down due to a good animation, and he wants to drive. High risk, high reward for JoJo, and he doesn't mind. He says, take the first down. I still want to get this ball back. I dare you. Throw it deep. As he barely finds it over the top of the tight end, it looked as if it could have been intercepted there. Arkansas looking to push, obviously wants a touchdown, but coming away with a field goal could be big for him. He knows he wants that too. JoJo could be fine with that. as he intercepts one right over the middle and has a chance to return it for something big here. Hill going down the sideline on the right side and barely gets knocked out by an Arkansas offensive lineman. And that is 3 stops in a row for JoJo and this Texas defense, who currently looks unstoppable. This doesn't even look like a game right now. It's only a 2-score game, though. And still very much time as he rolls out and almost finds, I believe that was Wingo, for another big gain. That was close. He's probably got one play here where he can get into field goal range if he wants it. He's going 4 verts, and it might get open. Throws it early, and he doesn't catch it. He can go one more play here, go big if he wants it. It's just going to be a heave here. Both teams knowing this is either a touchdown or he goes into half with a 14-point lead as he gets pressure from the D-line, takes the sack. And if you're JoJo, you're fine with that because you are currently winning by 2 scores. And unless Arkansas recovers an onside kick here to start the half, he's got an opportunity to march down and extend his lead. Absolutely dominant first half from JoJo. Arkansas scored his first 2 drives and then went cold on the next 3. Really, really impressive stuff from the Texas defense. Chooses not to go onside kick and instead kicks it back into the end zone to give chance for JoJo to bring it out, but is stopped short at the 15. The user for Arkansas here appears to be changing some, I'm going to guess, players on the depth chart. I'm not sure how deep the depth chart of the Arkansas Razorbacks is, but we'll find out here after these adjustments. I mean, this is so realistic. The Arkansas offense scoring some touchdowns, getting a little cold halfway through, and then not being able to stop a fly with a football on the other end of the ball. Being carried by Taylon Green. And we'll see if Arch Manning, Texas, and JoJo can get anything else going here as he makes an RPO throw out to the tight end that is broken up. Jack Indries, a rare drop, even with contact for Jack Indries. Oftentimes he'll catch that and actually break through that first tackle and go for a few more yards, if not a touchdown. JoJo absolutely loving the RPOs here as he gets another one, has blockers. The blockers aren't blocking anyone. It doesn't matter because he has his own hand that he would like to introduce to the defender's face. Oh, my word. Get off him, he says as he runs for an easy first down and a 21-yard gain for Texas and this currently unstoppable offense. Can't break outside for a few more yards, but stays positive, gets the yard. You love to see that offense, the change-up. Even though it's just a yard, you love to see the change-up from JoJo. He runs 2 RPOs to start it. He can run, he can pass. It's whatever he wants. And then he just gets back to his run game. He does his bread and butter again. And again, 0 yards there, half a yard, whatever it is. He's in third and manageable. He's not getting sacked. He's not taking negative plays. He's mixing it up, really forcing the Arkansas defensive coordinator here to change up his play calls. And he's running with Arch Manning again and breaks free for the first down. He has done that maybe 7 times in this game already. And I'm honestly surprised he hasn't had to face a spy here from Arkansas as he runs up again, but chooses to throw on the run to Wingo, who catches it down the side. That's Wisner, actually, down the sideline and taunts on his way into the end zone. Arch Manning has 8 completions for 2 or 3 touchdowns now. Just incredible. 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns. Correction, on 8 completions. Absolutely dominant from JoJo. And if he keeps this up, he will be in the 3rd round of the playoffs. Keep in mind, if he wins this game, the second round is done. He's already won game one. He's up 1-0 in a best-of-3 series. If he wins this, he's up 2-0. It's over. If he loses, he uses Texas again versus the other team's losing teams, who was Georgia last night. So he would be Texas versus Georgia. He'd be playing at Georgia, so there'd be that stadium pulse. Really, honestly, a better team than Arkansas, Georgia is. And so you'd love to win this game, not put yourself in a situation where you'd have to go against a Georgia team, against a user who's very, very good at offense. And you've got to assume he's here for a reason. He's got to have some type of defensive stop eventually. He hasn't had one yet. No, credit to JoJo's defense. He's gotten a lot of stops. He makes it look easy, but it's not easy to get stops. If someone wants to score, realistically they could every single time. It's just a matter of how good can you be offensively. And we're just lucky to have such a spectacle as this, where JoJo makes it look that easy. And he's been doing that for the past 2 days now. I don't know if he's been held under 40 points in any of these games. And this is now his 5th game. I don't know if he's been held under 40. Another short catch to the running back. And I believe Arkansas has now entered the red zone 5 times. And he's only scored twice. So if you're JoJo here, you're in a comfortable situation. You are very happy. Unless he can make a diving catch out for a touchdown. Beautiful ball. And an even more beautiful catch. You almost wonder if he's going to go for 2 here. Yep, tried to bring it even closer, knowing that he's in a desperation mode behind 2 touchdowns. And he gets the outside run with Taylor Green, resulting in a 2-point conversion. Now, this is still a 13-point game. Interesting not going for the onside kick. He thinks he can get a stop, which we'll have to see here. As JoJo gets up to the 19, lovely piece of stick work there. Already chewing on clock, knowing that if I'm going to march, I'm going to take the clock with me. Up by 13, up by 2 scores. A field goal here would extend it to 16 and keep it at a very difficult 2-score comeback for Arkansas. Regardless, he wants the touchdown. Arkansas using a timeout early in the second half. Those could be crucial down the line. I don't know if that was intentional, but if this game gets down to a 1-possession game and it's a late game scenario, that could bite him. That could bite him in the butt later, because that's not. You need those. Time is sparse here in the second half, down 13. Really interesting choice to use that timeout. JoJo not getting away from the run game. Still getting that clock chewing, rather. He'll be able to take this after this play down to the end of the quarter, most likely. As he runs up with Arch Manning again, breaks free and has another first down and chooses to dive. He will have to call one more play before the end of the quarter. But again, he's set 1st and 10 with a chance to waste even more time. And he's in a perfect spot. This would be a bold choice to throw here on the RPO as he elects to keep it, losing 3 yards, but that'll close out our 3rd quarter, and we head into the 4th with JoJo maintaining possession and a 13-point lead. Shout out Robbie Huffman. I see you. I see you spectating, and I raise you a thank you, good sir. JoJo back in the pass game, tries to pass lead him to make sure he doesn't throw it into the corner that's guarding the other receiver. But pass leads it too far middle. Not easy to pass lead when you're on the run rolling out to the right. Would have liked that to be a completion though. That would have been very helpful. But still has a down or two if he chooses to get this first down and extend the drive. And finds Wisner, who completes the catch through contact for a first down. Running back Wisner has 5 catches for over 150 yards. That's crazy. And he's got rush yards in this game. That is absolutely brutal. He's got 3 touchdowns. I don't know if I think that's through the air that he's got those 3 touchdowns. At least 2 of them. He's got 1 on the ground, I know. But that's nuts. As Arkansas is able to read the RPO and get the user pick, that's big for him here. He's going to need a touchdown on this drive. Field goals will not do anything for him. As you can see, JoJo would have loved that pass out to that tight end. Could have kept the drive going. But he's back on defense where he has absolutely thrived in the first half. And he does it again, breaking up the pass. You almost wish he'd caught it and wasted some time there getting tackled. But forced an incompletion, not making it as easy by any means for Arkansas to drive down here and even get close. You can tell he's really doing bend, don't break, keeping his linebackers and corners really, really deep. Now that's going to be an 8-yard completion, making it really third and manageable. Now, I'm not quite sure, and that is another pause for Arkansas. That is this final pause of the game. He cannot do that again. I'm not sure at what point the clock starts stopping whenever you go out of bounds. I feel like I've seen it under 4 minutes left in the entire game, this would be that scenario. So going out of bounds would stop the clock, I think, starting now. But we'll keep an eye on that. If the clock starts here, or doesn't start here, rather, then that would be correct. Under 4 minutes, the clock will stop. And that's what it is. So anytime someone goes out of bounds, clock will stop, incompletions, clock will stop, and timeouts. And Arkansas, we know, is looking to take up as little time, rather, but choosing to go inside run. Anytime he's tackled inbounds, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw no huddle, really trying to keep the clock on his side, don't waste any time, and get it to his tight ends and running backs. Stays in bounds. He's probably going to go no huddle again here. He does. And he's driving, but he's using some time, and JoJo's fine with that. And JoJo reads it perfectly, keeping him in bounds and only allowing a 3-yard gain. If you're JoJo, you are fine with that. A 3-yard gain is nothing to you. That's why you can see he's actually changed his coverage to drop back and cover everything deep. But Washington Jr., much like real life, is actually able to break free for a big touchdown to make it a 1-score game. I'm not sure the analytics here, what they say, but he's looking to make this a 5-point game. But JoJo has everything covered, and the Arkansas receiver drops it. That was actually a drop. Wow, that could have been very easily completed, but great defense by JoJo. And in fact, again, absolutely wants the touchdown. He wants nothing other than the touchdown. But a field goal here still makes it a 2-score game no matter what. If that 2-point conversion had been completed, even with a field goal, it could have been a 1-score game. But now he puts himself in a spot to succeed. And this is exactly where he wants to be. He's got all the time in the world. He's got his timeouts. He's got a lead. And he's got an offense that has rarely been shut down. Arkansas already using the timeouts. Arkansas is now left with 1 timeout. Just 1 first down here would be huge. as he chooses to keep it with Arch Manning, and he stays in bounds to keep the clock running. JoJo can take this down to the 2-minute warning, which I believe he will do as his knee goes down in bounds, not stopping the clock. And this means that even with one timeout here for Arkansas, a first down should end this game. And if he wants, he has 2 downs to do it. Now, you don't want to give Arkansas the ball on your side of the field, but both teams have been marching decently well now in the second half. You're just looking for a first down. As he is brought down for a short sack, making it 4th and 8, he can choose to bring it down to about 1 minute and 10 seconds and try to get a stop. Arkansas will have basically plenty of time, but JoJo wants the first. He wants to end with the ball on his side. He wants to give himself the control in this here and win the game right now. If he gets a first down, this game is over. Bringing pressure, but can't get it, and JoJo gets it across the middle for a first down, and this game is over. All JoJo needs to do is take a knee, and this game is over. Arkansas has conceded. JoJo wins round 2 in just 2 games against a very highly seeded opponent, and he advances to the 3rd round of the playoffs. After he submits his score, we'd love to have him for a post-game interview. That was beautiful. You can't ask for much more from JoJo. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Got a rep. Oh, my word. Gets the first down, 4th and 8 on his own side of the field, where Arkansas can easily score if he does not convert this. And a 2-point conversion, which Arkansas very well could get, would win him the game potentially. And JoJo doesn't care. He doesn't care. It doesn't matter what the stakes are. He's going for it. He's putting the ball in his hands. And I cannot wait to hear what was going through his mind during that last quarter that almost seemed like it was going to get away from Arkansas until it was brought back by an interception. JoJo, tell me, when you were driving and you had a 2-possession lead and you had the ball and then that interception was thrown and he scored off of it, what's going through your mind? Are you frantic? What's going through your mind?
No, I mean, I knew he already used the timeout earlier. Don't know what he was doing there. So at that point, you just get 1 first down, win the game. So I knew I was going for it the whole time. Tried to make it 4th and manageable. Game 4th and 5. Unfortunate there. But, sometimes you just got to make a big play. So now I wasn't really frantic. I kind of just knew 1 first down wins the game.
Wow. I mean, that was incredible. Do you plan these things out in your head? Do you say, I'm winning by too much, I want to give the people a show? or does it just happen naturally? Like, what happens?
I think I might get a little too lax when I'm up a lot. I don't mean to give the people a show. I wish I would win by more, but a win's a win. So, glad y'all get some entertainment from it.
Well, I can honestly say for the viewers online, for the viewers here, for me personally, I have enjoyed myself so much. That's the final game for this week. When do you play next?
I believe next Wednesday at 7.
Next Wednesday at 7. So tune in next Wednesday at 7 for the man that just swept round 2, winning 2-0 against, was he a higher seed than you?
Yep.
And just swept him. Didn't even make it look difficult. Just made it look like he was having fun out there. Has looked so stress-free. Again, I give you this opportunity every time. Message to the fans. What do you want to say?
Come back Wednesday at 7, and don't forget Rocket League Gold's got a game tonight at 7. At 7 also. So.
Perfect. Tune in tonight at 7. Tune in next Wednesday at 7. Hopefully I'll be here too because I'm having the time of my life watching quality football on both sides of the ball. It's been incredible. Thank you for tuning in. That's all.